If it doesn't, then we're just
we're
playing
back up.
D&D.
We're
Great.
good.
Okay. Great. So that was 12, and then a miss from Callie. Anything else on your turn? Bonus action, movement, any such?
No, got a bonus action to Hunter's Mark, and no, I can't do anything else.
Sounds good. This thing is now bloodied after that little bit of hit that you gave it. It's actually looking pretty rough already.
To be clear, she hit the Chimera, right? Not the.
It's a Manticore.
Manticore.
And yes,
You
sorry,
said
I said a bunch of shit. I was frustrated. It's a Manticore.
Gotcha.
So she hit the Manticore that is still upright. The other one doesn't look like it's doing a lot of breathing.
Maybe I can save it after we get this bot fly out of it.
But that brings us to your turn, Derek.
Great. And there's a bot fly in front of me?
Yeah, you kind of see the face as it just starts coming out, and then you can see there's 3 more proboscis trying to make their way out. That's now the plural of that.
Huh. I'm going to sit here and look at all my lack of AoE. And, I suppose mending would sew back up the C section.
It would not.
So do I know anything about these flies? Do we remember if we did a check for that previously?
You got to check earlier. You can give me a nature check. Because these are things that you may have come across or heard of. Okay.
21.
So Callie gave you a sense of what these are, that they sounded like they were some kind of, possibly some kind of parasite. As you're seeing it come out, you actually know that the goblins have run into these in the past. And you found them really fascinating because they're actually insects that don't need... you kind of studied them a little bit because they don't need to mate to lay more eggs. And when they do end up in a position where they can set up a hive and mate, that's when they create a queen. And so they basically sort of locust through areas, and they're incredibly dangerous. You do know with a nat 20, what's the total with the nat 20?
21.
Hey. I'm gonna trade it as a 25 because you got a nat 20. So with the nat 20, you do know that these things can implant essentially larvae in you, and that the larvae will eat towards your heart. In the first, 6 seconds or so, you could hit that. You could hit yourself or whoever was hit with fire damage, and it would kill the larvae. But after that time, the only thing you can do is try and cure disease and hope that it's enough to kill the creature inside. Otherwise, death is assured.
Specifically cure disease.
Specifically, it's like a disease.
So stuff like restoration spells wouldn't work.
Well, lesser restoration does cure a disease.
Oh, does it? I thought it was...
You have the option of curing a disease or getting rid of...
Or condition. Oh, that's neat. Well, good for me. Saving the first level spell or second level spells then. Great. This is great. How many are coming out of this fucking thing?
Looks like 4.
4. So even if I blinded 2 of them,
That would probably still be 2. Yeah, that
probably
seems to be the
still
case.
be 2 sitting in there. Fuck it then. I guess we're gonna smack it with a wrench. Back inside you go. That's a precise medical tool. What is... Actually, it's been a while since I've hit something with a wrench. I don't even know what the fuck my modifier is. +5. Clunk! 16 + 5. 21 again.
Derek's just like, this is how I delivered my brother. Get back in there! How much was that to hit?
Wait, was the searing smite before or after? Okay, you kissed next time you hit again. Can I... I guess I can't. Fuck. For some reason, I thought I had to choose to smite afterwards, but that's the paladin thing.
That's the paladin smite. I'll actually let you retcon that, because I know that you were gonna... You do that, so...
Let's see here.
We haven't had a fight in a minute.
You hit a creature with a melee weapon. 1d6 fire damage to the target, cause the target to ignite in flames. It does that if he doesn't get out. And due to your generosity, I'm not going to cast it at 3rd level. I really don't want to burn a lesser rester. Yeah, I really shouldn't. We'll just do a level 1 Searing Smite then. Nope, which it rolled for me, so that's 9 on the Searing Smite, and then what's the damage on the actual hit? A d6 plus 2. Boop. 3. So 5 bludgeoning damage, non-magical, and then 9. Wait, why is it 9? Oh, I see. It's a 1d6 initial damage, 1d6. What's it? So, and then 3 fire damage, and then 6 fire damage from like the fact that it is currently engulfed in flame. Wait, I might
It
have
has to make
do
a save.
Yeah, what's the save? Save is con. Con 15.
That's a 17 plus 1, 18.
So it makes that. So subtract 6 from whatever I said before. So 3 fire and 5 bludgeoning.
All right. Moving.
No, I'm actually going to try and stay in front of them so that if they try to escape, I can swat at them.
Sounds good.
Oh, I just realized I'd blessed too, but I guess I didn't really need it. Might need
Next.
it on the saving throw, though.
Say you might need it later. That brings us to Mama. Mama, you got a good 20 feet or so to get to where Derek's at. Derek has kind of shouted out to let you know what's going on, although you cannot see these creatures at the moment. You do see that Callie has started attacking the other manticore.
Poor manticore.
From where I am, if I cast something that would travel in a line, could I get both of them?
You couldn't get both the manticore, but in theory you could get a number of the bugs if you knew where to shoot. You could, since it's only 20 feet to Derek, if you move to where Derek is, you could line up and hit both the bugs and the other manticore.
Well, then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Oh, shitballs. All right.
So that's a Dex 14.
Yeah, and you're able to line, because all of them are inside a manticore. You're able to line up to hit all of the bugs and the other manticore.
And that should be 8d6.
You said DC 14?
It's a DC 14 for Dex. Yeah.
All right, 2 of the bugs make it, 2 of them very much do not.
Well, they get
And the
half
manticore
lightning.
does not.
Well, sorry, buddy. So let's see. That's 6, 10, 21, 25, and 5. So that's 30. So they take 30 damage, and the ones that save take 15.
The manticore on the far side takes the full brunt of it, and kind of they're like is singed and burned and falls to like a little sizzling husk at the far side. As it falls, you can see its stomach start to move.
But it should be on fire, right?
It's like gross. It is not on fire, although the things inside probably did take damage from that.
Okay.
And probably could not make a dexterity save.
Good to know. Because they can definitely make a con save.
Well, they couldn't move. They're still in a living creature. All right. So that was all right, and we'll just remove that from the combat. Then Tosha. The 3rd level spells start flying.
Well, yeah, unfortunately all I have is fireball, which would take out like all three of us probably as well. But so the manticore that I was right in front of is still up, right?
Nope, that just
No, that one's down. And then there are 4 other of the bog flies near Derek. Is that accurate?
yes. There's 4 by Derek. And could you not? Thank you. There's 4 by Derek, and then there's some more that you can see starting to move inside the manticore that just went down.
All right. In that case,
Nuke 'em.
all right. Even with all of us close by. All
Throw it
right.
over there.
I'll use my movement to try to like step back away, since I'm guessing I'm not going to take attack of opportunity at this point with the creature dead and things like moving around inside.
Yeah, one second. Yeah, just so that you know, you were still like 20 feet from the creature because you wanted to step forward before, and you were kind of at an impasse where you had intimidated it and it wasn't taking actions, but it didn't want you closer. Because Mama and Derek are both on the far side of that other manticore where Derek was checking it out, if you moved in their direction, you would probably be clear for a fireball for anything that's on this side of that manticore.
Great, I will do that then. And I will go ahead and cast Fireball.
Cool. All right. Do that, I guess.
Thoof. Don't forget you'll bless too. Oh wait, I guess is fireball a deck save? I don't even remember.
Nate has like a wyvern in the back
Dex
pocket,
save,
and
yeah.
we're just blasting mosquitoes with every high level spell we have.
Hey,
I hate
listen,
mosquitoes.
I hate mosquitoes.
We'll fight a wyvern,
and
but
they're
mosquitoes,
botflies.
no.
So only one of them failed, but the rest of them still take half damage.
I thought they were all stuck inside a manticore and couldn't make a deck save.
Oh, shit. So one of them that Derek can see failed, and then the other 2 do automatically fail. Yeah, hold me to that.
That's the only reason I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Their turn
If
hadn't
they
come up
can't
yet.
move, fucking nuke them. It's like extreme pro-choice. You're still in there. I can nuke you.
Jesus Christ.
Or like abortion via microwave.
Ugh.
Bing.
Ouch. Uterus.
That's
My everything.
Yeah.
All right, that's 15. I rolled pretty low on some of those. So that's 15 fire damage on a failed save. So that would be 7
30.
on when they make it.
Man, y'all have done some work on these ones that haven't even seen the light of day yet.
Life's not all it's cracked up to be.
Nah.
Go back to the darkness. Maybe you'll get reborn as like a snake.
Sorry, lots of math. Okay. Yeah, Derek, that one in front of you, it's like the tip of its proboscis is like sizzling. Like it's not looking good.
Delicious. See, that's the turnaround. I'm gonna eat the botfly. Put my eggs in it.
That got weird real fast. Save us from the Salar.
Okay. For my own edification, because there's been a fireball and a bunch of other stuff, are there any still that are outside of the corpses?
So they haven't gone yet. So you can, from your high vantage, you can probably see the one that basically has a head sticking out of the one corpse by Derek. And you can see the other corpses are moving, but you really can't see their bodies. But you do see the head of one.
Okay. I had a question I wanted to ask at some point about like whatever, but if they're all dead, it's not really going to help. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the one that's like poking its head out. I think I was hidden up at the top of the ravine. Can I get a line of sight from here?
You were hidden. You have line of sight. It does have 3/4 cover.
Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. All right. That is going to be a 20 math. Yeah, 23 to hit.
Yeah, you hit the fly.
Okay. I hit the fly for 1,000,000 damage. That is going to be 7, and then sorry, my sneak attack thing is all cattywampus. 17 damage total.
Yeah, so Derek, this one that's like the tip of its face is like sizzling. It kind of like looks up at you, and you can hear this deep rumbling as it starts like buzzing its wings for the first time and starts kind of coming out towards you. And then just through the base of the back of its head, you see a short bow arrow just out the front and kind of like sticks out and like solidifies the proboscis, and it just kind of slumps forward.
Proboscis.
Bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and stealth again, just to like try to stay as low as possible on the off chance anything is coming overhead and might see us. And that's going to be an 18 on the die. Or sorry, not 18 on the die, 18 total.
All right. Sounds good. And 18. Okay, that's dead. Great. 3 of them kind of tear their way out, Derek, and 2 go towards you and 1 goes towards Mama. You do get an attack of opportunity on the one heading towards Mama.
Taking it. And I'm blessed, and I'm gonna need it. Shit. Every time I forget a D4. Because this is gonna be close.
You want one?
I got some. All right. D4. Because that's a 12 and probably not gonna hit, but what about a 16?
You were correct in both parts. 12 did not hit, but 16 does. As you like go to swing and you kind of like lose your footing, and you can just kind of hear like the sound of like a forge, like something hitting, and you actually feel your hammer, your wrench actually get shoved bodily like 6 inches to the right and just clock this thing.
Angel's like poking the thing. Oh, hey, all right.
Some angels in the outfield
6
shit.
5 total damage. Funk.
Yeah, well, it's not looking too great, so 5 is fine. It is now bloodied after that 5.
Funk.
All right. So 1 goes to attack you, Derek, with 2 bites.
Fuck you, you won't. He might.
Jesus. Okay. That's a 12 to hit and a 13 to hit. I'm thinking neither of those hit.
I am unhit.
Second one goes for you.
Eat my shield.
That's a natural 19 and a natural 20.
Okay. Well, I mean literally with the arm.
I do need 2 Constitution saving throws from you.
Hey, I can do these, and I have bless. Good God, good job, bless. Why don't I use you more?
I believe Bless's attacks and abilities, or is it saving throws? Oh no, I'm thinking of guidance. You're right. Sorry.
Double checking. Yeah, that's right. Which I'm probably gonna need this one as well, because it's a 9 on the die, plus 3 from bless is 12, plus 4. So what was that? 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 4 is 16.
16 succeeds.
Hwah! So strong.
All
Do I need 2 con saves?
Yep, 2, 1 for each. 1 for each hit.
That's an 11 on the die. Plus 2 is 13, plus 4 is 17.
Both of those succeed. The first one hits you for 3 piercing damage, and the crit hits you for 11 piercing damage.
So 14 total.
Yep.
Boop. Strong, but bleeding.
Mama,
Hmm.
this other one comes up towards you, and rather than like going to like jab at you with its like pokey face, you can see this like curled up little stinger looking thing kind of comes forward. It's about 3 centimeters across, and it just goes to jab at you.
Blech.
That's also a natural 20. Mama, I'm gonna need you. Luckily,
blessed. Ooh, wait, I need
it doesn't really do regular damage, so the crit doesn't mean a lot. I do need a save from you.
Oh.
Nope, there's no save. That hit was important. Okay, there's no save.
Oh.
Good news, I did get a 23 on the Constitution check though from taking damage.
Oh, great. Both of them?
So you're still blessed. No, because I didn't do the second one.
Mama, you feel as like this thing like stings into you, and you feel something under your skin, and you pull back as you see another 2 just kind of plop out harmlessly onto the ground. They're like these little wiggling, almost like maggot-looking things, but it is rather uncomfortable, and you can feel it moving.
That
I look at Derek and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
I'm coming. This ain't gonna be pretty. Surgery with a wrench.
All right. Then that brings us to, that was those ones. Coming out of the other, 2 kind of like burst out of the other manticore. What is your fly speed? And yeah, they're going to go for the immediate things. So one's going to go for Tosha, and one's going to go for Mama.
Come at me,
Blech.
bitch.
Blech.
Tosha, this is going to be, it's going to attack with its ovipositor. So let's see.
Blech. Don't give it a name.
That's 19 to hit.
I got plenty of them. It's fine.
Shield.
Does that stop it from hitting?
No.
Say, what's the AC?
By
That's awesome.
1. By 1.
What's your AC?
Currently it's 13 because I am wearing magic armor. And then shield gives me a +5, so that's 18.
Yeah, so it still hits. Unfortunate. So then that's 2. You feel 2 of those things get inside of you before you pull back.
Blech.
Mama, the other one goes to bite you twice.
Okay.
That's a total of 9 to hit on the first one.
Hit.
And that's a total of 16 on the second one.
16 will hit.
All right. So that is a D10. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Mama, as you take 5 points of piercing damage.
That was a nat 20 on the saving throw.
Yeah.
So
That's probably for the best. As you feel your muscles start to go rigid for just a second, and then you shake it off.
Nate, quick point of clarification. When you get oviposited, you have 1 round to hit yourself, and any round after that I can use the Lesser Restoration before it kills you, or I have to use Lesser Restoration in the first round that they are...
You have 1 round.
It's
You have 1 round to do any fire damage to them, to burn it out. And then after that, you must use Remove Disease in order to get rid of it before the person dies.
So weird thing. I don't have any fire damage, but I have Remove Disease.
You got your smite.
Yeah, okay, I guess I could smite. Do they
If
take
you
damage if
have-
I use Less Restoration? Or does it, like, the botflies just, like, kind of die and... Bleh.
What if you use, what was it? Sorry.
What happens when I use Lesser Restoration on these botflies? It doesn't do damage to the
They
my
count
partner, right?
they just count as parasites, and they die out.
Gotcha.
I don't know if anybody down there has a torch, but I think there's something in there where you can swing a torch and do like 1 point of fire damage.
Yeah,
Well,
I would let you
shit,
do
honey,
that.
I got a fireball. What do you think? Or fire sphere. What do you think I'm going
I
to
know
do?
you can do it. Derek was talking about having fire damage. Sorry.
I'm going
Heck.
to keep the sphere going. We're fighting flies here. Lord,
I
I'd
just think
rather
it's funny.
burn my arm off. Lord.
That brings us back around to Kelly.
Well, I'm downrange and a fireball goes off. So
And then everybody, you saw everybody run out of your field of view to the left. You saw 2 more flies burst out of that one on the ground, that manticore on the ground, and are now harrying the people that are outside of your view on the left.
but I can see the flies.
You cannot.
Ah, all right. Is there a way to move so I can see them?
You would have to come. You would either have to climb up the side of the ravine and move forward until you could see them, or you would have to run straight up the ravine until you could see them.
All right. Well, I have 35 feet of movement, so I'll move up.
And you are not hindered by your own spell, right?
How far away? I was 60 feet, right?
Yep.
But I put spike growth.
Yep.
Probably 20-foot radius. That's 40 feet. Yeah, I've kind of pinned myself. And I don't think moving up 20 feet would give me vision, right? Like just 20 feet up the ravine.
20 feet. You're not sure. You're not sure how far outside your field of view. You don't have to get all the way up to the mouth, presumably, to see them. But 20 feet might get you there, or it might not.
Yeah. All right. In that case, I'm just gonna try to climb, to get higher. Yeah, that's about as best I can do. I can't see anything.
All right. You got about 15 foot. You got to go up.
Okay. I will attempt to climb. Athletics, acrobatics.
I would let you use either in here. It's fairly narrow and craggy, so you could do some acrobatics if that was your preferred approach.
Okay.
What the fuck? Sorry, I just figured out something about goblins I didn't know, and it changes everything.
Can I use some components from the climber's kit to like help give myself better grip, like advantage on the check? Or would that?
Yeah, I would say somewhere in there, like the spikes and things that you have, you could. No, not advantage. I would not say you could get advantage. I'd give you a +2 on the check.
Okay. I'll just kind of like sling the bow and then like grab the thing and just try to like claw my way up to give myself more security when I'm scrabbling. So here we go. Ow. Boy, that is 6 + 6, 12 + 2, 14. Or if you're giving me a +2 on it.
Yeah, with the 14, you get 5 or 6 feet up, and you can't find any way to maneuver forward. You didn't fail so badly that you fell, but you are stymied in your climb.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah, 6 feet.
You think you could, if you used your action to dash, you could make it because you're just having to very carefully pick your way.
Yeah. Well, if I can't see, then I will use my action to dash. Get the rest of the way up.
Once you get to the very top there, you can just see one of the flies that's kind of swarming like over top of Derek.
Okay. Now that I'm up top, even though they're not looking at me, I will use my Mask of the Wild. No, I can't. It's not a bonus action. I'm not a rogue. Never mind. Turn done.
Callie out. All right, Derek.
So there's 1 in front of Mama, right? And 2 in front of me?
There's 2 in front of Mama. There's 2 in front of you, and 1 in front of Tosha.
And I hit one of the ones in front of Mama.
I mean, they've all been hit a lot. Oh yeah, you hit one of the ones in front of Mama when it was moving over towards her.
And that bloodied it.
Yep.
Okay, so hear me out. As much as I want to just... So what happens if I cast Lesser Restoration now?
It'll have the same effect. It'll get rid of it.
Oh. Okay, well then, because I'm a goblet, I am going to go ahead... Oh, fuck me. And you know what else? What size are these creatures?
Small. Oh, excuse me.
Never mind.
Medium. Damn. Medium.
Yes. So I could have used Fury of the Small and killed that motherfucker. Shit. Well, anyway, as a goblin, I'm going to use Nimble Escape and as a bonus action, disengage from the two in front of me.
Go for it.
5 levels in, seeing this one now. Run on over to Mama and cast Lesser Restoration. Boop.
All right. Mama, there's nothing like what the squirming just like stops, and you can see it just sort of like slide slowly out of where it had come in.
And I'm going to take it. Whoop.
All right, take it.
Stick it in a pocket.
And you see, Derek, when you go to grab it, it's already about 2 centimeters wider than it was when it went in. It grows very quickly.
Kind of like point at Tosha. If you don't use fire, I'll get you next. And that's the end of my turn.
Mama.
Well, I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere. For a couple reasons. One, because there's still those flies near me. Is it possible for me to arrange the Flaming Sphere between my flies, Derek's abandoned flies, and the one by Tosha?
You would
Without
have
burning
to
us.
pick either Derek or Tosha, because it's a 5-foot range, right? On the you would have to pick either Derek or Tosha.
Well, I'm gonna get it over by Tosha simply because if if the Lester restoration doesn't work, she can stick her arm in the flaming sphere.
Yeah, I also have 18 AC right now, because of that shield that I cast, so for whatever that's worth.
Cool. So we'll do that. And that is a Dex 14.
Say not much. I think it's a deck save.
Yeah.
Oops, yeah, never mind.
Well, are you slamming something, Mama? Because it's if something ends its turn next to it is when the AOE works. But you slam it into one thing. Yeah.
Oh, can I slam it into the two that are near me?
You can slam it into one of them.
Okay. Take that.
They're roughly the size of a human. They're a smaller human, but human.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to make a dex save.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were rolling an attack. 1 second. That's an 11 plus 2. 13.
So they fail because it's a 14.
Nice.
All right.
Even nicer, I rolled 2
Whoosh.
6s.
Oh!
Just boom. I don't need that one.
So that one that Derek clocked earlier just smacked it on its way over to you. Let's see, 12. It's hurt. It's pretty rough. It's still up, but it did not enjoy that.
I thought the one I hit was bloodied.
It was.
5 damage is bloodied, but 12 is still okay.
No, bloodied is its at half health. So after all of the damage that it took, when you
it took a
finally hit
lightning
it,
bolt too. That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
yeah.
I was really confused. Like, oh, they only have like 10 hit points. No worries.
No, they have
Nope.
They have more than a lightning bolt worth of damage.
They have more than a lightning bolt, a smack, and the fireball. Yep, this is gonna be interesting. All right, guys, you can get oviposited 2 more times, and then I'm bringing you back a different way.
Can we?
Oh dear.
Can we?
Ugh. Okay, Mama. So that was the flaming sphere. Anything else?
Whose turn?
I guess that was it. I mean, I don't really want an attack of opportunity here.
That's probably fair. That brings us to Tosha. 1 second. And you have 2 in you?
Yep, unfortunately.
So you take 8 points of piercing damage as you feel them starting to squiggle further in the direction of your heart. You suspect that if something doesn't happen at the next during this turn of yours, that
Derek has to
they might
flippity-flop
be past burning out.
Noted. Can't do anything about that right now, so just going to grit uncomfortably and move forward. 2 questions for you, DM. One, I'm going to assume that given these creatures are kind of moved into melee with us, that there's no way I could position a fireball to hit them and not hit my friends. Is that accurate?
Let's see. Movement.
Well, me
I
and
would-
Mom are next to each other now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mama and Derek are next to each other. One is like over Derek, and 2 are more in front of Mama, but you could presumably still make that work with a sphere. It's getting yours and theirs. You could probably get the 2 in front of Mama and yours, or the 2 in front of Derek and the 2 in front of Mama.
Wait, why are there 2 in front of me? I left my 2. I abandoned them.
Oh, that's
You're
right.
on to
You moved over to Mama. Oh yeah, and you're on the far side of Mama. So same thing. You could get the 2 that were in front of Derek and the 2 in front of Mama safely. If you wanted to catch yours, you could position the fireball such that it might hit. No. I think, yeah, if you move over by Derek and Mama, I think everybody's kind of on the same side of them still, because you've all been kind of like stacking up, protecting each other. So I would say, yeah, you could do that.
All right, yeah, I will do that and cast a fireball again.
All right, cool.
High damage. Lots of fireball D6s, lots of 6s.
It's 8d6 on the beginning.
Fuck it, roll a 12. D5 physics. Aren't you glad you guys brought a cleric?
Yes.
Always.
You got no money for a doctor or a cleric. At least you've got your little friend Derek. I'm cheap.
And what's the DC on that?
Sorry, give me 1 sec.
My guess. I'm gonna guess 15.
Oh no, it aired out. It's just my spell save DC,
Yes,
right?
yes.
15.
Oh,
Nailed
shit.
it.
All right, well, then that means we got a 7, a 13, an 18, and a 15, so 2 make it and 2 don't.
All right, 34 fire damage to the ones who did not make it.
Wow.
Okay.
And half of that, so 17 to the ones that do. Yeah, I rolled really well on that one.
Nice.
This thing just erupts. Derek's like, that's what I mean! Nuke it!
I realized
Yeah,
I missed
rolled
one of their
really
saves.
crash on the first one. There were like 5 ones or something.
I realized I missed one of the rules. The other one was a 9, so that one also failed. Yeah, so Derek, the 2 that were harrying you, there's one that's just hanging on. Or wait, no, that was 34. Never mind. There's one that's not hanging on. Both of those ones you dealt with are gone. They're just dunzos. One of the ones that was attacking Mama, completely gone. And no, those ones only had 10 hit points left. It doesn't matter if they made it or not. No, they are all gone. After the party just nukes, like, Orkin, Orkin is the backup name of the party.
I mean, you brought bot flies to a fireball fight. You can give us a dragon, we'll parse out our spells a couple of first, a couple of second. As soon as things are laying eggs in us, it's like, nah, 8d6.
All right. And Tosha, you feel those things squiggle, and you can't like see them moving on the surface anymore.
I'm coming.
Everything's dead. Callie, it's back to you. You saw you saw a lightning bolt and then 2 fiery explosions, and you're like, I'm here.
Well, I'll keep a wary eye. Good luck, everyone. And don't back up into the spikes. There you go.
Callie, give me a perception check as you're
All right.
keeping a wary eye.
Ooh, that's a nice little bit of perception. It's a diet 20.
All right. Well, with your 20-0, you've looked around. You don't see anything, but it does occur to you that out here in the wilderness, this was very loud, and also there were creatures that were calling out clearly in pain, and sometimes that's a sign for bigger hunters and scavengers to come looking. So while you don't see anything now, you're aware that the party should be quite wary moving forward today.
Okay. For now, I'm going to keep an arrow knocked and just keep an eye out, and just sort of, if I could catch Alar's eye, just to do the same.
Derek, it's your turn.
Boop. Another lesser restoration this time, because there's none left, right? I don't have to worry about disengaging.
Yeah, there's none left.
I cast a lesser restoration, and that's my last. Oh, I cast it 2nd level. Didn't mean to do that.
Can't you do
No, I
that?
didn't mean
Can't you
to.
do that from your necklace?
No, I get bless, a heal, and summon God.
The heal bead is called the cure bead, and it does either a heal or a lesser restoration. If you look at the description of the item.
Well, so the description of the item is kind of fucky because we changed it. Because it also has a Greta restoration in it.
Right. We rolled which things on that table. You got the one I think I said heal, but it is the cure. It's the bead that says cure, not the cure. That's a different thing.
Okay, so I've got blessing, curing, and summons.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Why burn a spell slot if I don't need to? Because I have so many beads on this thing. So, where did this? There we go. Okay, so yeah, we use a. So I hold a bead and beep.
All right. Yeah, Tosha, you feel the moving stop, and it kind of settles a little bit, and you feel it again, just sliding out under your armor. And this thing is now about 10 centimeters across as it comes out and onto the ground.
It's not alive, right?
No, these things flop out, and they're just sort of starting to ooze.
I cast firebolts on them anyway because they're gross.
Derek picks up the charred remains and also puts that. Wait, is it like ash or is it like?
It is cooked.
In little.
Yep, that's what I thought.
10 centimeters is too big. I'll rip it in half.
Ew. All right. So, everything has gone quiet. Nobody seems to be infested with anything, which is probably good. What are you doing?
Are the manticores large creatures or medium creatures?
They are large creatures.
Then I'm going to go over to one of the medium-sized botflies and take a minute and cast Animate Dead. No! But I have to use the zombie one because I don't think I can make a skeleton out of something with an exoskeleton.
Is that a creature or is it a humanoid?
Choose a pile of bones or a core. Oh, it is a humanoid. Dang it. I wanted something to carry me.
Okay, so here's
you
a
have your
question.
pony.
If you
We
got
left it behind.
enough bones, and you even if they're not humanoid, and you arrange them in a humanoid shape,
Well, I like the
could you
idea of
make
Derek
them
animating
into-
dead because I feel like some of it's still like mechanized. Like it's like a botfly, but its proboscis is like, up like a little brass trumpet.
Nice.
I mean, I could carry you on my shoulders, and that would be better than having some sort of weird mosquito escort.
Well, if we run into something again, right? I want something as well that I can like have charge into danger while we charge away from danger.
Yeah.
Practical.
Well,
a sacrifice that nobody will bitch at me about for killing
we-
once a day.
if we run into Gregor again, I will take one for the team and give up an NPC.
I thought you were gonna say kill yourself and let me make you into a little zombie.
No, I have people for that.
I deeply disapprove of all this.
Look, it'll be the most useful Gregor has ever been.
I live to die.
I'm just looking around like, Callie, where's Callie?
Hi.
Weird.
What's kill me in binary?
Yeah, Mama, you look back and you can see Callie still got an arrow knocked and has eyes on the sky.
Yep.
We better keep it down then.
Okay. So
I mean, I guess
Oh,
I'll
I
start
could just-
heading.
sorry. When I put Hunter's Mark on the Manticore,
Manticore.
spike growth is concentration, so I would have dropped it.
Oh,
So
it's gone
The
then.
ground is now safe. I forgot. I was like, that's really inconvenient. I just can't walk there for forever. Like, nope, gone. So we can bring the horses through.
Excellent. Speaking of, after those multiple explosions, you can hear the horses, like even at this distance, a couple hundred feet away, you can hear them getting unsettled and kind of crying out. They're up on a platform and it's kind of hard for them to like lead themselves down, but you can hear them kind of freaking out where they're at.
I'm closest, probably, right?
You and Callie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how far ahead Callie was from me.
I think you're actually closer to the group than Callie is. Callie's
Gotcha.
just on the
Okay.
far side of the ravine from them.
I'll head back. Calm them down. We don't want them to pitch a fit and A, draw something else, or B, hurt themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think at this point I would start heading back up to where our camp and the horses and everything were to meet up with everyone who is on the top.
All right. Yeah, so you all make your way back towards the small camp that you have. I am going to need a handle animal check from whoever gets there first, as the horses are, in particular, Snort is throwing a fit.
Or
Prickles is kind of running around trying not to get stomped on by Snort.
That would be a bad idea for Snort.
It really would be.
I heard that hit the ground.
I will stay hidden and just keep an eye out to see if anything starts like buzzing the area or comes by.
Well, the roll in the basket was good, I hope. 22
Yeah, with the 22, you come up and you kind of like start trying to calm Snort down. Snort starts kind of like getting a little violent, and you kind of give him the same look that you gave him before, the like, you better not, and he just
Oh,
chills out.
good. Attaboy.
Elias, give me a perception check.
Well, I guess it makes up for the 9. That's going to be a 23.
With a 23, you're kind of looking in the distance in the direction you're going. Coming around, at first you're looking and you're like, oh, it's just kind of a cute moment of nature where there's like a bird, a mama bird, and like what looks like a baby bird flying next to it. And you kind of like look, is there anything chasing them? Is there anything, whatever? And then you realize that they pass behind a peak. and they're much further away than you thought. Um,
Ah,
and if that's a mama bird and a baby bird, mama bird is very, very large.
okay. They're not coming closer. They're off in the
Nope, they're
distance,
just way off in the distance.
Okay.
I mean, you've got a pretty decent vantage point from here. If you had to, if you're not particularly skilled in gauging it, but if you had to gauge it, you'd say something between 1,000 feet and half a mile.
Okay.
You're not very good at gauging it. All right. So you managed to get the horses down. It's still first thing in the morning. This was something that you went and checked out straight out of camping. So what's the plan?
I cast Pass Without a Trace. Just over our
I would just-
party because we just need it for a bit.
Yep. Just
All
keep
right.
moving, Mama. Is that what you're
Ooh.
thinking?
I don't know what other choice we've got. If we stay, we're chicken food, and if we move, we're chicken food, so we might as well move.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we were going to be traveling today anyway, so we may as well leave this area.
I'm going to use 3 more of my beads to cast Cure Wounds on myself, on Mama who took damage, and on Tosha. For myself, 4. It's 9 for Patty. For Mama, 4 it's 8 for Mama.
Thank you.
And ooh, max. And 8 and 4 is 12 for Tosha.
Awesome. Back up to full. Thank you.
Yeah, same.
All right.
When Derek says his medicine, practice costs you an arm and a leg, it's always good to be wary.
I'm cheap.
I'm cheap. No money
Doesn't
whatsoever.
cost any money.
But I need to practice before I do this again.
All right. I need somebody to roll the d12 for your travel day.
Fuck it, I got it.
There you go.
Oh my god. This is hard. Old Death Star. Waha! This is 7.
All right. So with the 7, you travel throughout this part of the ravine, and it's a little bit muddy. It's a little bit murky. This is kind of the part where you get a lot of runoff that becomes that bog that you came out of. Passing through here, the travel's not the easiest, but you're able to get through. You don't really see anything else in the sky after Alar's initial concerns, after the noises that were made. Nothing really seems to bother you. As you sort of pause to take a midday meal and kind of give the horses their rest and their food and drink, the first one to notice is Mama, shortly followed by Callie. There's a strange like rumbling feeling as you kind of like look around, and at first you think maybe there's a large creature, but it's like consistent. It's not like a poof, poof, like steps. It's just like you just feel the ground gently rumbling.
Does
Oh.
that sound like the digging that may be in the mountain?
You don't really have first-hand knowledge of that. You know what you've heard.
Mm.
Could it be that or something like a big waterfall or
Well, we saw the big holes, right? From the
Mm.
Callie found them
Yep.
before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love it.
What you guys looking at? Derek comes up, he's like chewing on half a charred botfly larva.
More feeling than looking. Everybody just stop walking for a bit. Try to keep the horses real still. and just sort of like I'm gonna very slowly like just get low to the ground and try to like just put my hand to it so I can like feel it a little more.
Same.
But like painstakingly. Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear you.
God damns it. All right. As you, I can't gesture while I talk. So Kelly, as you kind of lean down and put a hand to the ground, that was the problem. That was why I couldn't, hit the button. You lean down and put a hand to the ground and put your face where you can kind of hear, and you see a 6-inch spike come out right in front of your face here as the talons of some creature start burrowing up from under you. And we're going to see what that is after our break. So we're going to go ahead and pause there. And we will, assuming D&D Beyond and OBS and all of the internet things do what they're supposed to do, we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Trickles, how'd you get underground?
Cause
And we're back. This time, hopefully, with sound. All right. So, Callie, something just popped out of the dirt in front of you. It's awful. I need initiative from everybody.
Yep.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Hey, you want the cleric to go last.
Ugh.
What happened to all my good rolls from before the break? You ruined my flow, dude.
All right, what you got, Tosha?
5.
All right, never mind. I'm better than that.
Since D&D Beyond started working again, I'm trying to use the initiative in here. It's faster. Alar.
6.
Holy fuck.
I
So
rolled a
like,
2.
last time, I was like, this is like embarrassingly easy for you all because all of the bad guys rolled the bottom of initiative.
Mhm.
All right, Mama.
Oh, the turntables.
5.
Okay, now all Callie has to hit is a 1, and we'll get a 7.
Derek, what you got?
7!
Yes! 8. 8. 8. I want it straight. Come on, we can do it.
Callie?
If it weren't for myself, I would be dead. This is 23.
23?
I think I can add all of yours up and maybe get that.
I think
Probably
that
not.
means Callie gets
Oh.
an extra turn before all of the rest of us go.
What it means is that Callie is the last one to no longer be surprised. Callie, that one that's right up in your face is right up in your face.
Yo.
What is it? I heard claws.
Yeah, so this thing, Mama, as this thing scrabbles out towards Callie, and you can see like some of the dirt shifting as more are coming up around the party. It's sort of. At first, you think it's an insect. It has chitinous armor. It's got these like big, almost like a praying mantis arms. But as you see it, it also has scales, and it looks like it's probably more reptilian than insect, but that's probably splitting hairs. It's honestly, it's a zergling. I don't know what else to say. It looks like a fucking zergling. But Callie, you can actually give me a nature check on this with your
Okay.
benefit for your favorite enemies.
Yeah, but also no, because that means they're real bad. Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun,
It is a
dun.
total of 21. 15 plus
Cool,
5.
with the 21. These are called Kruthic. You're not sure where they come from. You know that there's something that you have to deal with in the mountainous areas of Lakshina. They're ugly. You haven't dealt with them directly, but you've heard of them. Anyway, this one's going to take 2 stab attacks at you.
Okay, yeah. That's the thing.
First one's a 17 to... First
It
one's
does not
17 to
hit.
hit. Excellent.
Nope. Woo.
What's your AC?
18 without my
How's-
shield.
How is your AC higher than mine?
Because I have plus 6 dexterity.
Stupid dex.
Yeah. It's less my armor's good and more that I'm really fast.
I guess.
All right. The second one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Dex isn't that good.
That's 8 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
A second one, Callie, you are no longer surprised. A
Excellent.
second one pops up next to Callie and goes to attack. The first one, since you were surprised, got the jump on you and got a couple good swings in. This one seems to be leveraging the fact that it's fighting alongside one of its allies and is able to get swings in that might otherwise not.
Like they're existing in some kind of pack, even?
Like they have tactics for fighting in that way, yeah.
Oh man, that sounds insane.
That's a dirty 20 on the first
That
hit.
hits. Mm-hmm.
And that is a 21 on the second hit.
Oh yeah, they both hit. I thought you were saying 21 damage. I'm like, I leave now. Thank you.
No, the first hit is max damage, so that's 9.
Okay.
And the second hit is minimum damage, which is 4.
All right. Ow.
And then you see 2 more pop up right next to. Roll me a d6. Who's next in the initiative? Derek, roll me a d6.
4.
4. These 2 pop up next to Stall, your horse, and go to attack Stall.
Mm-hmm.
Stall is my horse.
You, the group, your horse. The first one against Stall is you should look up how many hit points a horse has because I don't know and I'm not doing it now. The first one hits for 9 damage. They are war horses, except for Prickles, who is a pony.
Hey,
Poor pony.
Prickles is wearing armor.
Prickles is wearing armor, and the AC is slightly higher.
Warhorse, armor class 11, hit points 19.
All right, well, Stall took 9 points from the first hit and then 5 points from the second hit and is looking really rough and really scared.
D630 because the food thing's going up for the kitties.
Derek is no longer surprised. Alar and Tosha are no longer surprised. Mama is no longer surprised. All right, the first one that attacked you, Callie, is going for you again.
Oh wow, they're fast too. Shit.
Oh, there was a surprise. We were surprised.
Right.
So it's just starting back up at the top of the order.
Oh, it's faster than a 23.
Yeah.
Woo! All right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you have an insane. What'd you
All right, so that first one is a 18 to hit.
That meets.
That is 7 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
Get your shield out, psycho.
I need a turn, psycho.
Second one is a 17 to hit. Nope,
That
sorry, 19 to hit.
Then yes, it hits.
That's another 7 damage.
Okay.
Callie, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm almost dead. I'm picking up my shield and drawing a short sword. They're all around me, so that sucks.
Well, somewhere around a horse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have 2 immediately on me.
You can do it.
Yeah. Do I know much about these? Like, I had a big roll, and all I got was that they have a name and they live in the mountains. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to know about them. They have high armor. You can see that their hide is tough. The big problem with them is that they attack in groups and can burrow. Besides that, they're more or less just a beast. Yeah. You do know that they have little spikes, and you can see the little spikes kind of like inside, like if they were to flip their little claws up like this, there's a little spike in there. You know that they can launch those a short distance, but you don't know that that's any more dangerous than them just being next to you and, slashing you.
Okay. I guess I will stay here, and attack the one closest to me twice.
Do it.
All right.
You won't.
First hit is a 23.
Oh, yes.
Oh wait, can I hunter's mark him?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, bonus action hunter's mark. So 14. 6 plus 6 plus another 6. Oh wow. Okay, calm down. Callie did not enjoy that process, and retaliates with 18 slashing damage on the first hit.
Ow.
I am not the damage dealer of this party.
Okay.
I don't think I can do 18 damage,
You.
but I could probably heal that much. Nope.
I rolled max on both my damage die, and then she has the dex on the sword. The second hit is a diet 20.
Diet 20 does hit.
Excellent.
They have tough armor. It's not that tough.
Not as good on this one, but it is 14 slashing damage.
It is notably more than bloodied.
So am I.
Notably more than bloody.
It's
playing
looking
at
really,
Coachella this year.
it's really looking rough. Yes.
This is why you hired Callie.
Anything else on your turn? As you all see, Callie just gets jumped from two sides by these things and then pulls out, like, drops their bow, pulls out sword and shield, and just starts going wild. Looks just as proficient with those as they are with the bow, or at least just about.
And then because my little buddy has been trundling along, he gives me an extra D6 on that last hit.
Do it.
And he is frosty because it's cold in the mountain. Oh, that's just an extra 2. Too cold on the one I'm hitting.
Yep.
He's
Still
just
looks really rough after that one round of attacks.
Yeah. He's like back with the horses and kind of like.
Approach.
Wow.
Yeah, now that he's like slowly getting bigger. Like before he was like a little bigger than like a small dog, and now he's kind of approaching mastiff size.
Nice.
Still a small creature, but getting bigger.
One day soon, my friend. One day soon. I shall give you new purpose.
Callie, the one on the other side of you that you did not attack, goes ahead and takes its 2 attacks on you.
Okie dokie.
You can do it.
Let's see.
Well, maybe you can't.
They're both 17s. So that's 5 damage, or 5 plus 5 to hit is a 22.
Damn it! My armor is now 20, and it's still not enough. Damn it!
So that is 9 damage on the first hit. And that is 18 on the second
I'm
swing.
dead. Callie drops.
No, that's 18 to hit on the second swing.
Oh, I thought you said they were both 17.
No, well, it's attacking with advantage because it's fighting
Partner.
tactically
Got you. Okay.
in a pack.
They're
So the second one doesn't
attacking
hit.
tactically.
Okay. I have 5 hit points.
You'll be fine. Quit whining.
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck me? Fuck your healer?
Yeah.
Fuck me?
Yeah.
Oh god, I could hear Lamorak in that response. Okay,
Yeah, right.
So
I heal the horse.
as you see, Stull is currently getting attacked by the other 2 still.
Stall, horse, don't worry, I'll heal you soon.
Yeah, that first one hits for 4.
Prickles, save your friend.
Second one hits for another 6. How's Stall looking?
My math is right. 17 out of 19 damage.
All right.
Since I'm riding that horse, is there any can I use a reaction to shield any of that or anything, or no? It's just happening to the horse and not me, so I can't do anything.
I would say if you were like a knight or someone otherwise trained to do such a thing, yeah, but you are very not.
Cool. Just thought I'd check.
Derek, it's your turn.
Great. What's the distance from me to Callie, and how many of these things do I have to run through to get there?
You and Prickles, I believe were... I have your old marching orders. I believe you and Prickles were towards the front.
So I can get there in a move action?
We'll say yes. We'll say yes. We'll say that you can get there in a move action, but you are going to have to move past 2 of them as they're attacking in pairs.
Well, then I'll use my bonus action to disguise. Can I get a distance from me to Callie, actually? Because maybe I won't have to move. I could cast...
From you to Callie, probably 20 feet.
Oh, okay. For some reason I had it different in my head. Okay, well, let's start with a very important question. Do these things have eyes?
They do appear to have eyes.
Outstanding. Oh no, because I can't do that, because you can cast a cantrip and a bonus action spell, right?
Mm-hmm. But you cannot cast 2 spells of first level or higher.
Right, hence the cantrip. Well, great. That's fine. That's what I want. Because we're gonna tub thump Callie with a level 3 healing word, so I don't have to touch your ass because it's a fucking bonus action. 3d4 plus 4. It's not gonna be a lot, but that's what you get.
It's a solid magic missile plus 1.
2. 2 plus 4 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. Plus 4. Enjoy your 12 health. You're welcome. Oh, when I rolled it on on D&D Beyond, I rolled 11, so I did better than D&D Beyond. And then as a cantrip, I cast Toll the Dead on the one that Callie already hit.
All right, that's a save. What kind of save?
Throw.
All right. Rolled a 4 on the die. Don't know what the wisdom is. Doesn't matter.
Oh, it's plus 11. Oh, fuck you. That's gonna be 2d12, right? Because I already took damage.
Yep.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 7. You get better die. Actually, wait. I have this thing. Boop. And a 9. So 16 damage. Toll the Dead. I was wrong about not being able to do 15 damage.
So everybody hears, just like through the ether, this very high-pitched, like, beep, 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 dong. And as that goes off, this thing's head explodes. And there's just like necrotic black energy bursts out from it and falls to the ground.
Are Prickles and I, like, if we move, are we going to incur any attacks of opportunity?
Not if you move from where you're at now. You would basically have to like move forward. There's 2 of them are fighting stall between you and
Right.
Callie. Yeah.
I'd like to move up to actually, can I get off of my horse?
Sure can.
And then can I just walk up to the 2 that are attacking stall?
Sure can.
Hey guys. That's my turn.
Just give me a d20 roll on that.
Dead center, 10.
All right. Aylar, it's your turn.
Okay. So has anyone been hurt other than Callie and Derek at this point?
The horse.
Derek and Stoll. Or it's
Okay.
Kelly and Stoll.
It's just Callie and Stall. All right.
Yep.
How badly hurt is Callie right now?
She's got 12 hit points.
You're muted. Sorry.
Sorry, I double muted myself for fun. 17 out of 49.
Wait, how do you have 17?
Okay.
Because I had 5, you gave me 12.
Oh, I thought you went down.
No, Callie was up with 5.
Oh, well, now you
Yeah.
get 17. Fuck you. You're welcome.
So just for my understanding, we were like having lunch when this happened. Was that what's going on?
Essentially, yeah.
That's
Okay,
pretty funny.
so I'm the reason I'm asking because if we were like traveling, I assume I would have been more forward with Callie doing like scouting stuff. For this, am I near enough to Callie that I could get to her to do healing pretty quickly? Are there a lot of these things in between us? What's the general layout?
Well, it looks like I'm frozen. I'm not sure what my camera's doing, so that's great. Just enjoy me sitting there laughing awkwardly. So,
I always do, my friend.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to one more time.
Could I get to Callie without getting opportunity attacks? Short version. Are there any near me?
There are none near you.
Cool.
Similarly, you would have to get past these ones that are by Derek to get to Callie.
Oh, okay. Is either of the ones that Derek is fighting hurt?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to go up to behind one of the ones that's next to Derek. I'm going to pull out the cool new rapier. I don't think I got the stats from you for it specifically, but I think it was a D6 if I do a bonus action to make it cold.
You do a bonus action, and then it goes cold for, I believe, 10 minutes.
Cool.
And then, it does an extra D6 cold for that 10 minutes.
Nice. I'm going to do that, pop the bonus on it, and then I'm going to violently stab one of the ones behind Derek, since I would get sneak attack because it's next to Derek, and I don't have to try to do
It'd be
stealth.
weird if you non-violently stabbed it.
I mean, I could kindly walk up and like pet its back and then just slide it in between the ribs, but I don't know if that's ideal.
And we don't know if it has ribs, to be fair.
Okay, so my dice has decided it's binary today.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
All right. Well, let me double check. That does hit.
Good. I would hope so. I'm gonna have to roll
Ooh, that's a
these
cool idea
twice.
for a monster. A monster that
Oh
does not get
shit.
hit.
Okay.
Damage.
This is gonna hurt. Okay, 10, 22, 30. I rolled 3 6s on the D6s.
Oh.
You guys remember when I did 15 damage? That was pretty cool, right?
12, 14,
Ooh.
44, 48 damage. 9 of which is cold.
Does not matter. You said
Good.
okay. So 48 damage.
Oh.
Is it dead yet?
It is also significantly more than bloodied. As you come up behind it, you like charge up this rapier, kind of utter like a word in Elven, and just stab it in the back as it's got its back to you and is focused on the horse. And you can see where the rapier kind of comes out the front, and you actually get the best view of this, Derek, as the rapier comes out the front, kind of close to your head, but you can see frost forming around the wound in the chest and spreading out, and as Alar pulls it out, it actually catches on some of the like innards of this thing, and you just see it comes out not clean with a bunch of stuff frozen to it, and Alar just does like a little blood flick, and this thing crumbles to the ground next to you.
Glad I took a drink when you said all that. That was great. That was.
You were front row seats to that.
There's a thing that you do for it in something else. This one.
Aijutsu.
You like snap it. Well, no, you you like snap it, and I've seen people try these things, and that's the one that gets like literally everything off. Like you can cover the test ones with mud. There's just fling, and everything goes off the side. But yeah, I'm done. That's all I can do.
Cool.
And now I die.
Well, and I look like I'm still happy about it because my camera, so you know. Moving on. Tosha, save us from me.
I'll do my best.
Save us from me. I love that line.
Is there so there are some up by Callie and some around myself, the horse, and my companions. Do I see any others at this point?
No, at this point, there's one next to you and one next to Callie.
Okay.
Because the other two were violently removed.
Alrighty then. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and get off the horse. And if I can, I want to try to interpose myself between the horse and the one that's been kind of wailing on it or attacking it, or one of the ones. And I am going to bonus action cast Shadow Blade And then do my booming blade cantrip upon the shadow blade and go to attempt to hit this thing with the shadow blade.
Right. And Booming Blade, you attack as part of the cantrip, right? That's how that works.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
yeah. Go for it. Do it.
Do 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 do. Nate enjoys my singing, apparently.
Sorry, I'm just seeing what I add to this
Light
to
is
see if
boost.
I hit. Is it just my spell attack with the sword?
It's your spell, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, it counts as a simple melee weapon with which I am proficient.
Yeah, so you get your proficiency, and it's a longsword. Is that what it is? Is that what you're creating? Yeah, so then it's going to be your strength plus your proficiency bonus, which I believe at this level you're +3 proficiency.
Yes, so that would be a +5 then. So that's a 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. Yes, that works.
All right, so that's going to be 2d8 psychic damage. So that's 11 psychic damage. And then if this target willingly moves 5 feet or more before my next turn, it's going to take 1d8 thunder damage.
All right. Good to know. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Hazel.
Well, how far away am I from this thing?
You're like 15 feet from it. Which one? The one by Callie or the one by Tosha?
Whichever one is closest to
We'll say
me.
15 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna take an additional 5 feet back. Is there one I can hit where I wouldn't hit my friends potentially, like they're not within 5 feet of it,
Is this with Flaming Sphere?
with an ice knife?
Let's see. I think you would. No, these are all like human-sized, and they're adjacent to your folks.
Okay. So, well, it makes it real tricky. Um, I guess I'll go ahead and I'll do my. I can, if you, it's the same kind of like distance problem with flaming sphere, I guess.
It is, but you have more control over it, right? You can stop the flaming sphere where it's within 5 feet of a creature and not a creature you don't want. But your party is relatively close together. You are still in the ravine. You found like a slightly open spot to break for, I don't know, lunch or snack or horse
Well,
resting.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast flaming sphere. Ram it into one, but hopefully not hurting any of my people.
Are you gonna ram it into the one by Kelly or by Tosha's horse? The one by Tosha. Actually, I'm gonna say the one by Tosha's horse is surrounded by the horse and 2 of your party members.
Well, then I'm gonna do the one by Callie.
Okay.
So that's a Dex 14 save.
That's a 15 on the die. Succeeds.
All right.
Half damage.
So yeah, so it'll only take 4 fire damage, but it will also set fire to anything flammable nearby it.
The mud's not very flammable. You can see some clay getting fired right under the. Be a little easier to walk over that portion.
Well, silver lining.
All right, that gets.
And, yeah.
Sorry, was that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. That gets us to the top of the initiative. The first enemy is already very dead. So, Callie, it's your turn.
All right. Well, there's a flaming sphere near the one I'm fighting, which is very nice for me. I'm gonna make sure I give it a clear berth. As I recall, it's very hot.
Yep.
And with my bonus action, I'm going to move my hunter's mark off the corpse to the one near me. And as I like flick the blood off my blade, and I look at this thing, well, blade technically too. Stated this thing probably can't understand me, but I say it anyway. Looks like your friends are gone and mine are still here. And then I take 2 attacks.
Take your
with
attacks.
the short sword. Oh, it was auto 20, and then it just like did the Price is Right.
Beep.
Doot. Yeah. It's still a 17 to hit though.
That still hits. Oh,
Okay.
it does not. It does not. You
Does
bounce
not.
off its chitinous armor.
Oh, whoopsies. Let's try again. Okay. How about 18?
18 does hit.
All right. So
Fuck,
my
I
little
need to
Drake's
swing it at this thing. That's for sure.
gonna help me out. That is 11, 14 slashing and 3 cold.
All right, between the fire and specifically that last 3 cold, this thing is now bloodied.
All right. We're gonna hold our ground, and my little Drake is dodging. He used his reaction to do cold for me, but he's dodging on his action.
Sounds good. I just realized you can't see me nodding because I'm still just laughing awkwardly. All right, Callie, you get an attack of opportunity as the one next to you kind of takes stock of what's going on and starts to burrow back down into the stone that it came out of.
All right. Yeah, okay, 13 plus 9, 22.
That does hit.
Yay! Oopsies. And he's still my hunter's mark, so it is, 11, and then, just 13. Right, yes. 13.
All right. It does seem to burrow its way away from you. It looks like it's burrowing not very well. You've injured like one of its claws. It looks like it barely gets in there, but it does seem to get away.
Fair enough.
Derek, Tosha, and Alar, you get attacks of opportunity as the one that is between the 3 of you are heading down.
Also, it takes a D8 of thunder damage.
Roll
because
it.
of my booming blade.
Ooh, yes.
That's a 9 on the attack of opportunity.
That was a 1 on my booming blade, but I get to also swing at it, so. That was a nat 20.
Yeah.
25.
Okay, well, that hits. You go ahead and roll double the dice on your damage. Alar?
Yay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 just hits.
Cool. I need that one for cold, and I need my D8.
You guys remember earlier when I did 15 damage with my total dead?
Okay, I need to keep these D6s because they roll well. That is going to be 10, 16, 22, 20, 28 plus 4, 32 damage.
Jesus
Are you rolling sneak on your attack of opportunity?
Yeah, because I have someone next to it, and it's once per turn, not once per round. So I get to use it, right?
Yep. I mean, unless he says no.
Yeah, my understanding was that you got sneak attack on your turn.
I don't think there's anything preventing you from doing it on other people's turns, which is one of the nice things about like opportunity attacks, or if like somebody does commander strike, they can like give you extra attacks. You're like, yay, not my turn, stab.
Cool. What's the total?
32.
Stupid.
I rolled a 5, a 4, a 6 on the D8, and then 2 more 6s on the D6s. I need to start playing Yahtzee with these dice. Just constantly go well.
Tosha, what was that?
If it matters at this point, 17 psychic damage from me
Okay.
plus 1 thunder damage.
Nice.
All right. You don't come crying to me when you guys got bot flies in your asshole. Like,
It's cold. Its ears hurt. It has a headache. It's just
Yeah.
having a bad day.
Yeah, this thing goes to like go down, and you all just hear a poof, just this deep booming resonance go off right as the two of you strike it. Alar, you strike it at like the back of the base of its skull, just kind of like where its like nerve stem is. And Tosha, you strike it across the chest, and again, you all see like the head kind of like swells a little bit as like the psychic damage hits, and just ooze starts coming out of the mouth, eyes, and other orifices.
which is when Derek misses and thunks his wrench into the ground next to it.
Yep. And I helped.
We need to codify this as like some sort of like in Persona or whatever, where the thing like cuts away and then the two people go whooshing. It's just me and Tosha murdering this thing.
Derek falling over in the background.
Yeah, you know, just Last Surprise playing in the background. Yeah, you very murdered this thing. It's very gone. It's very dead. It does not get away. Stall is losing his shit, and I need a animal handling from one of the three people next to Stall.
I can do it. I got a +4.
Great. Better than my +1. Go for it.
You say that. Here comes the one. Dee 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 dee. No, it's a 14. 14 plus 4. 18.
18. So, despite being severely injured, you just get Stall to calm down, breathe. Seems very upset. Does not seem like he will bear a rider right now, but is not running off down the
Fuck
ravine.
these guys, I'm out.
Yeah.
Are we out of combat? I don't
You
know.
are out of combat.
Okay.
That one that got away, you have a quiet moment as you're calming Stall down. It does not return.
If
Just to be sure, I have the flaming sphere just kind of like melt or singe all of the clay around its exit or entrance. Just as a reminder that we were there.
I'm gonna go ahead as Stall is being calmed down, and I'll pull out the healer's kit and I'll start trying to tend to some wounds while Derek is keeping it calm.
All right.
There we go. There's the lower numbers. So it's gonna be 9 total because I assume that it's the warhorse has like 3 hit dice. I think that's how that works. So
Yeah. All right. So Stall is now over half hit points. Looking still upset. Probably still won't bear a rider right now. But you patch up like the grievous wounds that Stall had sustained sufficiently enough. None of them were mortal wounds. Just pretty gnarly.
is Callie still pretty hurt?
Yeah, I'm below half.
I mean, I can do
But
one.
if we rest, it's okay. You could save it.
Well, here's the thing: is like we don't like heal back up to full when we do big rests or whatever. So if you, I mean, we're also in the wilderness. There's a hypothetical way of me getting more of these kits back. So
Once
it's up to
you cannot get them while you're in this mountain pass, but once you
Oh,
get
yeah,
back to
no.
a forest or a bog,
I'm also assuming when we're going real quick, we're not stopping to gather herbs. But like,
correct.
I might be able to stock up while we get to the place we're going, something like that. So it's up to you. If you don't need it, you don't need it. So
We're
think
still
she
at
specifically said she
lunchtime.
needs it.
Yeah.
I want to take one of the claws of the things we killed. I figure I want like inspiration for any of the adjustments that I'm making to my hand. So anything that seems cool, like a drill bit that's made out of the mouth of the botfly larva, the sharpness of the claws or whatever, like their way they're hooked.
Yeah, actually, as you look at these claws and you look at the musculature and the way that the exoskeleton connects, it is very different from like most like mammals or goblin-like creatures. and you're looking at it, and it does almost strike you as more mechanical. Like there's like support structures on the outside pulling on things, and you're like, hey, if I get away
Neat.
from thinking about it as like a hand and just think about it like a tool, I can do shit like this. But you do have like one. It's very chitinous, and you think you could probably use some of its armor as material if you wanted to take time to recover it. Otherwise, if you just want to take a claw, you could take that and probably use it for something later.
I say I was just using it for inspiration. If I want to use it for bits, what kind of role would that be then? Survival?
Survival. It would be survival, and you know that basically looking at it and talking to Callie and Mama, you could use the claws for something. They're very hard. They're very sharp. They could be made into weapons or some sort of implement that you might, I don't know, put on prickles or
Fingertips.
something. And then the large back armor. There's like a large chitinous plate across the back that could probably be used to make a shield, armor, things like that.
I'll work on the shield later, but yeah, sure. I'll bring Callie over because I'm dog shit at survival.
You know, if you have somebody who like doesn't use metal, that chitinous armor like this could be used to make very strong materials that are non-metal.
Hey, Mama, you want a shield?
I sure do.
Well, let's hope Callie doesn't fuck this up then.
Guidance. And I
Oh,
thank
fuck,
you.
yeah, good
tap
call.
the tap the
Forgot about that one.
There we go.
And while they're doing this, I'm also looking over because as a druid of the mountain, I just want to study this creature a little bit more as they're going.
Derek will be pleased. It is one of my favorite enemies, so I'm successful. I hope with this check it is 24 total.
With a 24, you get 2 immaculate shells. You could make high quality armor with this. Derek, you know, as you're starting to explore what it means to make magical weapons and gear and things like armaments, having something of incredibly high quality means that you can sustain a better enchantment on it. So, like, something with this could be enchanted if it was well made from this material.
Neat. I mean, I can't. We know somebody who can when we go back. And it probably couldn't hurt to use now.
So you've got those. They're big, rough cut pieces. They're not necessarily like a shield you could use now.
Right.
They do need to be fashioned, but like you have raw materials for some very high quality pieces. The other one, unfortunately, is ice damaged and has been cracked substantially. But you are also able to collect up all 6 of the pincers without dealing any actual damage to the pieces that you want.
Nice.
Similarly,
Fucking
could be used in weapons and armor.
All right. Stick them in my inventory.
Mama, as you're looking these things over, they're lizard-like, but the way that they were acting, what you hear about them when you hear things like infestation, so they do act a lot like insects, despite being some sort of lizardy thing. And the way that they fought together kind of reminds you of like insect swarms or insect hives. You suspect that these are probably some sort of sentinel, but that there's probably some sort of queen or other like entity that might command a hive or a swarm. So whatever these are the forward scouts of something living in this mountain.
I do share that with the party, just letting them know that this was not an isolated group, more than likely.
What'd you say the name of this creature was? Maybe with a C or a K?
Kruthik starts with a K. Kruthik.
And there was 6 pinchers.
They have 2 pincers each. There were 3 that went down, so you ended up with 6 pincers.
All right. Inventory managed.
All right.
So would I feel like getting to high ground again might be beneficial if these are scouts and something else is kind of sniffing around, or just plug on ahead as far as we can?
From what you've heard of things like this, as best as you can tell, high ground might not help because right now you basically between two mountains. And if you choose the wrong mountain, going further onto the mountain might actually be more dangerous than staying here on the ravine, which might be closer to the edge of their territory.
Okay, cool.
But
can
if you
also-
choose the correct mountain, it
Hmm.
could be really safe.
Well, when they burrow, basically the earth seals back over itself, right? It's not like they leave holes.
Yeah, the earth is kind of like crumbling in behind them. You saw this in their other burrows that you came across. You couldn't tell if they were entrance or exit burrows, but it looks like it crumbles in behind them. You think if it went through like because like below you is like broken stone and dirt and things like that. You think if they went through solid stone, there would probably be a small, maybe like 3 foot across ish hole that they would leave behind, based off their shape and size. But yeah, what you've seen through the softer parts, it like falls in behind them.
Because I could try to like extrapolate based off the holes we saw before and where these things kind of came from this time, which might be safer, but it would be honestly a guess because I can't mystically track it, although it's still marked for an hour. So if I try to hunt it down, but I need to like get in the tunnel or see it or something probably. But yeah, that would be my best guess. Other than just keep on moving, and I can do pass without trace once. That just makes us quiet. It doesn't prevent them from vibrations.
Yeah, you definitely with your high roll previously and also this one, like you know that there's some way that they can sense through the stone without their eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the options as I see them. Whatever you guys want to do. Plus, we have horses getting up the mountain. I mean, they're meant to go up mountains, but
You know, at this point, I mean, the horses are having a rough go, but I think staying in the ravine is like a 50-50 shot. Either way forward, we need it. We need to get it because they know where we are now. And if they're
Yep.
sentinels, then they're going to be, if they're scouts, they're going to be sending out word that we were here. They're going to be listening for us,
Mm-hmm.
or feeling for us, rather.
Right. Let's.
But what do I know? You know, what do I know? Don't know.
You know lots. I don't know why you're talking like that.
Because I do.
Out of all of us, the two of you are the ones who are most familiar with nature and these kinds of things. So whatever you think is the right way to go, I'm good with that. Unless Derek has any mountain-based revelations that don't involve orphans, I think we just. I'm happy to go with whatever you two want to do.
Yeah. I
It's not
support
really
it.
And Kelly, just so that you know, you would have again because you rolled really high. You know that often, supposedly, killing a few of them, if you get a good few taken out in the same spot and leave their corpses, they don't come around. And as best as people can tell, it seems like if several of them have died in an area, that they avoid that place.
Would we be able to like bottle blood or parts and then bring that with us to spread the scent of like Kuthric death wherever we set up camp?
Is that a question for me or the party? Like, that sounds like something you could decide to do.
I mean, yeah, it's more of a question for Callie, just considering that like if we needed to boil something out of these guys or like make oil from the fat, I could do that alchemically, but like I don't know if this would work in character. So
Can I do a nature roll to think in terms of like what I know of their behavior, what I've studied of their behavior from thus far? See see if it'd make a difference.
I'll let both you and Callie make a roll. Callie with your bonus, because I know Alar addressed you directly, but you're both familiar with these things.
Yeah. All right.
So that's 19. That's a dirty 20 for me.
Same.
Yeah, you're pretty sure if you took some of the fat, like Alar was saying, or I guess some of the guts and rendered some of the fat out, it would probably smell strong enough to keep them away. You think?
Well, there you go, city boy. We'll make a hiker of you yet.
Meanwhile, does that mean we could, I know we haven't gone super far, take like a short rest here since this is the site of much death? One horse is banged up, I'm banged up. I'm sure some of us are still hurt.
No, I'm fine.
Didn't people get hurt in the previous fight? Not fully healed?
Derek
No?
healed a lot of people,
Mhm.
so I'm up now. But I mean, I'm not opposed if we want to take a short rest.
Well, if you want to take a short rest while the rest of us work on rendering the death fat, then I guess we could do that.
If it's an hour, I can do my. Call it. Not trying to deal.
If this results in us being attacked less often, I think it's definitely a valid use of time. I'm actually, let me double check something because I think perfume might be on the list, and that might help in terms of like olfactory stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would treat it like a perfume, but a perfume is highly refined. What you're talking about is more of a rustic.
No, I mentioned it because like the alchemy thing says that you can make acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin oil, or perfume or soap.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean,
Do it.
I'd be happy to help with that.
It's the same kind of like style of process. It's just usually you wouldn't make a perfume that smells like dead Kruthic.
You did Zergling.
Ude Kruthic. Yeah, no, I'd be happy to help as much as possible.
All right. So, Alar, I'm actually going to have you give this check with your alchemy supplies, intelligence and alchemy, and you can make it with advantage because you got folks helping you.
Okay. Sorry, I have to do math. Okay. That is going to be
Math.
17. Sorry,
Yes.
I don't have a thing set aside for it, so I have to add the int to the.
Nope, I just misheard you. Great, 17.
Oh, sorry, I added my initiative instead of my proficiency. 16.
16. So with the 16, boy, it stinks.
What smells delicious?
If we're short resting, I'll do some hit dice. I didn't want to burn all the healing kits in case we get bushwhacked again.
That's fair.
Right.
Could we roll hit dice for stall during this rest? Is that a thing?
Yeah, how does that work?
I would say somebody needs to make a handle animal check or a medicine check to treat Stall during the short rest. The Stall isn't really capable of, because like a short rest using hit dice, it's sort of like the moment in Die Hard where John McClane takes like 20 minutes and like bandages up his wounds and things. That's what a short rest is. The horse can't do it for itself.
I would do an animal handling. I got a +6.
All right.
Okay, so 13 plus 6, 19.
19. So you calm Stall down. You kind of like look over the dressings that were provided earlier by Alar quite expertly. And yeah, I would say that you can roll one hit die for Stall.
Looks like that's a D10.
All right, roll a d10.
Do they get to add the con modifier?
Yes, and the con modifier for the horse.
Sweet.
Sorry, so that's a D10 +1 then.
Great. Roll it.
Who's rolling? Me? That's an 8.
All right, so heals 9 more points.
I think that brings him up to full health. So Stahl is now back at full health. Still skittish. Stahl will take a rider now, but is probably going to require handle animal checks to keep on the straight and narrow, or if anything jumps out. This horse had a bad day and really does not want to keep doing what y'all are doing.
Who was Stahl's rider?
Me.
Shit.
I have a +1 to handle animals, so not great, but something.
But not
Well,
negative.
you know, if you want to, you can take mine instead. I'm on Bert, so
Sure, Mama. That works for me.
and I'll take Stall. Kind of, I mean, I'm riding in the rear anyway to kind of keep an eye on us from behind, so that way it won't be jumping out in front more than like. From
That sounds
behind, we'll
good.
see what we could do, but
Yeah, give Stall a break for the rest of the day, kind of.
All right. So as you wrap up your short rest, you've got just bags of stank that you've got available, and you're able to kind of keep just to your side. The horses are a bit upset by it at first, but while Mama is handling Stall, and I'm not going to make everybody roll it, like, you eventually get your horses calmed down, and they're not happy about the stink, but they'll deal with it.
I don't know if Mama needs to rest and get like hit points back and stuff, but
nope, I'm
Is it-
fully healed.
is it possible to like ritual cast speak with animals so you could like literally tell them that this is a good thing or not? Like, is that something
Yeah.
that you're capable of doing, or
Yeah, I can ritual cast it
okay?
during that time and convey my do my speak with animals bit.
hmm I had the thought. I don't know how valid this is or if it would do any good. I think the one that I'm writing because it's like the most generic horse in terms of it was the last one to get picked, basically.
You mean
But-
Purdy? Yeah.
Yeah. If it would help and you could like tell the horse, well, you get to stay in the back. Like I could maybe take Stall and just like be away because a lot of my stuff is at range, and I don't know. I don't know how helpful that would be or whatever, but
All right, so I communicate that with Stall and I check on Stall's preferences. Stall, what's your preference, honey?
I'd rather be with you. You can talk to me, and I find that really just very soothing. Am I gonna get attacked again?
Not if I can help it, you know.
Then I'm staying with you.
Okay. Staying with me, Elias.
all right. Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right. You wrap up your short rest. Parts acquired, stank acquired, horses calmed. What was the determination? Are we continuing down the ravine, or are we climbing one of the mountains?
I think continuing down the ravine, probably. It's less stress on the animals, and we have the deterrent, so possibly we'll get a
Yeah.
wider berth.
hmm
Sounds good. You continue on down the ravine, wrapping up kind of the afternoon. You don't run into a lot of other issues, although I do need a survival check from one person, kind of like leading keeping a watchful eye out.
I can do that. Mm. Yes. All right. I mean, it's weird natural 20 time, but I'll take it. 26.
So with a 26 for I don't know, like maybe a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours. It's very chill. Nothing. You don't have any more issues coming up from the stone. You don't know if it's because of what you did, but you feel safer because of it. At least you hope so, because it does stink. Just a high heaven. But Nothing seems to come from the ground. Nothing seems to come from the sky. But as you're continuing on, you're realizing it's not just that you're not seeing beasties. You aren't hearing any animals anymore. You haven't seen birds in a long time. And while the previous night you heard wolves pretty regularly, and even while you were like in the heading into this passage, you could hear just the sound of various animals out and about. It is eerily silent in this ravine as you travel for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening.
The lady warned us about that.
Yeah.
The guy, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could try going up the mountain, but I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. If you see wolves, it's dangerous but good because that means something bigger isn't there. If no wolves, keep an eye on the sky for flying lizards.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll bow to the group at this point.
I'm playing with my new hand claw bits. Look, they're sharp now.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, we knew this was a dangerous way when we came. I don't really know that there's anything we can do right now that would be safer than just keeping on. If there's something flying, it can hit us from the mountains as well as it can here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
I will, for my last second level, put on Pass Without Trace to help us move a little quieter.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's so quiet otherwise. I don't want to be the one thing that's like ting, 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 ting in the ravine, the dinner bell, as it were.
So are you moving stealthily then to gain the advantage of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, because we're just walking the horses as opposed to like running them, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Like, not, yeah, like making them walk, not walking them on our feet.
Okay. Yeah, if you're because you also had a stretch this morning doing Pass Without a Trace as well. So between this and that stretch, you're taking some of your progress for the day. You're like shortening this progress that you make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we are in a time frame, so I'm just wondering like how much time, what's the
We did-
trade-off in like the time we're losing, I guess, by doing this method.
Well, we did get ahead in the swamp. And if you don't hear any birds, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
If it slows us down for part of our trip, but so would getting wounded and having to stop again. So
Or being dead.
that does put a wrinkle.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just
One or two.
we also have a pretty limited span of time to get back, so just trying to keep an eye on that.
Then I'm gonna need a party stealth check.
Okay.
Okay.
You get a +10.
Yeah, I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's still a +10.
Stealth +10. What does that mean?
It means you roll the d20, look at your stealth skill, and then whatever you roll plus that skill, you get 10 on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I rolled an 11. I have a +0 to stealth.
Plus
That's
10 is
just
21.
okay.
I also rolled. Yeah, there we go. I also rolled an 11 for a 28.
I also rolled an 11, but I'm at disadvantage. So I also rolled a 10. So
Yeah, not bad.
10 plus 2 is 12. That's a 22.
Nice.
Callie?
I rolled 9 plus 9 for 18 plus 10, 28.
And Tosha.
28 from me as well. 18 plus 0 plus 10.
Nice.
All right. Cool. I do need Mama as you are writing on Stall, who has been spooked and is having a bad day. I'm going to need you to make a handle animal check.
Okay. 12 plus 6, 18.
All right. So Stall kind of starts to stress out a little bit because, like, as everybody's kind of being more careful, just a little bit of like, what are we doing? What happened? And you are able to soothe them and not take a penalty to your stealth. Yeah, you are moving slightly quieter than the breeze through this ravine as you head forward. The loudest thing probably being Prickle's pointy bits, like tapping on
Clink, clink, clink,
your
clink, clink.
armor every once in a while. But muffled, quiet, especially by the spell. You continue on slowly, but unharried for this next leg.
I will take it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need somebody to give me a survival check for finding where you're going to rest this evening.
What? Stick.
Don't mind doing it.
Please do, Callie.
Okay. Not as good as last time. 15 total.
Callie, you can see there's another path that kind of like leads up to what looks like it was another very similar to the last one. This one doesn't have as much like rockfall and things kind of mucking it up, and you think you can get the horses up this path to this like slightly raised, slightly protected. It even looks like it has a small cave side of the mountain to your right.
I'm not 100% sure on it, but it does seem pretty good. So we can check it out.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Start
let's
to
do
pull
it.
over.
Who's checking it out? Or are you
Callie
just
will
heading up
check it
there?
out.
Okay.
No, Callie's gonna get off Snort and kind of like tie him onto the back of which the one that's it's not Steven, the one that's nervous.
Stall.
Stall.
Stall. So that they can walk up together and she'll move up quietly to just sort of make sure that there's nothing living currently in that cave, especially.
Yeah, as you approach the cave, you get up to kind of the lip of the cave and or the lip of the platform, and you can see back into the cave. The cave's fairly shallow, goes back maybe 30 feet or so from the entrance into just this alcove that's been carved out the side of the mountain. There's a small fire circle, again, just outside the entrance to the cave. But that looks like it's partially been scattered. It hasn't been used in a very long time. And the more concerning thing are the bones that are kind of scattered about the cave itself.
How many bones?
Oh no.
And you can see quite a few are just sort of scattered about bits and pieces. It looks like leavings from meals. And in the center of that, you see a fairly decent sized, maybe 18 inches across at its thinnest part, an egg shell that had been cracked open some time ago. It looks like dust, debris, weathering has landed here. It doesn't look like whatever came out of this egg or whatever laid it has been here in months, probably. It is protected from the elements. It doesn't look like anybody's been here in a while.
Yeah. So if I look up, like I'm wondering if an eggshell came down from like a nest high up. there anything I
We're
can?
in a cave.
So as you look in the
Outside
cave,
a cave, he said.
no, the nest is inside the cave. The fire was the only thing outside the cave. Yeah. So as you look up, the roof of the cave is actually, for how narrow it is, it being only about 30 feet deep, the roof goes up a good 50, 60 feet.
Shit.
But you see a couple of small ledges, but nothing big enough to support an egg of this size or whatever would have laid it. It looks like these bones are actually the nest.
Oh, awesome. All right. I'm going to quietly return to the group and let them know. Like, I feel less comfortable. It doesn't look super active, but neither does it look safe. Something has made a home here previously. So,
Well, if they're keeping young there, they must presume it's somewhat safe. And there's probably not a lot of things that come snooping by if they know that whatever the hell laid that egg lived there. And it's probably not there anymore if it hasn't smushed its eggshell. I say we stay there.
It's
I
gonna be
agree.
dark soon. I don't know what other choice we got. Sorry about that, Tosha. I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna agree with what Derek said. I think. I mean, otherwise we just have to stay in this ravine, which I don't think is better.
okie dokie. We'll just make sure that we are very watchful.
Yeah.
No one sleeps all through. Like, everybody takes a turn.
Really looking forward to my snores echoing off reverberating off the cave walls for 30 feet. I'll make it sound like there's a monster in here.
All right.
Callie, do you want me to turn into something and check the ledges or spider climb up?
If you have something that can see in the dark, it's up to you. Yeah. I mean, we could always light a torch, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
I'm a
it's
little
very
worried
disconcerting
about
because I just
attracting
see
anything.
Nate like smiling, and I feel like everything
Yeah.
I'm saying is just going into his plans, which I don't like, and so I'm very suspicious.
Suspicious of my frozen image.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his tell.
This is the most I've ever seen you smile since you took all my money in poker. Yeah, you smile just like that.
Yeah. So if Mama wants to go look, I will kind of like act as her flashlight and just sort of torch around.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see a little bit more. I don't like it.
Right.
It's an abandoned nest. What's there not to like? And kick some
Mm.
bones out of the way to kind of like make a place to lie down for the night.
Derek, as you're kicking some of the bones out of the way, you notice some rotten leather armor wrapped around what appears to be a whole remaining corpse.
Hey!
Barely there, but it appears to be all there.
You guys want a sentry?
Oh my God.
I pull off one of my sharp new fingertips with a screwdriver bit and kind of get ready.
Hey, Nate.
Yes.
We talked about this maybe once or twice. The one I remember is back when we were like doing prep for the game, and somebody mentioned like, speak with dead as like, oh, you could do this thing, and people reacted. What is the likely vibe that I, as somebody from Luke, would have towards necromancy?
I mean, so bad.
Okay.
We're just gonna go with bad. Like inherently evil. Usually, like, you imagine that doing any form of necromancy probably involves doing some very dark things to people who probably don't deserve it, because that's your understanding of how necromancy works.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What is it you're proposing to do to this poor? This is a humanoid?
Oh yeah, This is some creature wearing armor based off the skeletal structure. At a glance, it's old. It's been here a long time. Maybe an elf or a human.
Okay. I don't know that I condone messing with the dead, but you know, I can't. People don't stop me from hunting, so I guess I'm just gonna go keep myself busy. And I'd go to look for foraging or something. I just don't know. I don't know.
Makes
Magic's
you
not my
feel
thing.
better. His spirit is long gun. Just basically kind of using the remains, like Lego bricks. Or those don't exist. Like regular bricks.
Do we do we have a need for this right now? I also deeply disapprove, and it doesn't seem like there's nothing urgent happening that would cause us to take this step, is there?
So I won't lie to you. Well, I will often, but not right now. The working on myself is, fine. Not super happy with how this turned out. The more I can work on something else, preferably for you guys, something that's not gonna scream, and has similar bone structure and whatnot. Like if I can like fuck with his shit and not my shit, it might, when I do start fucking with my shit, might make it a little bit easier.
Does he have to be alive for you to fuck with this shit? Or
He's not alive.
partially necromantized?
He's be like more like a puppet. He won't speak or have a personality. He'd be no different than that weird sled that I made previously.
I'm gonna turn into a giant weasel or something. I'm gonna go climb the walls of the
Okay.
thing,
Yeah,
'cause
giant weasel!
It's got dark vision, so I'm gonna do that.
Does it have a climb speed?
I am checking that as we speak. Because I think that would be nice. Otherwise, I'm gonna do a cat, but
Yeah, I would say if you want to climb, you should probably pick something with a climb speed. Otherwise, you're gonna have a rough go of it.
yeah.
Or I'll play Huck the Weasel and just toss you.
Huck goes the weasel. Poof! It had 2 hit points.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it's hearing. Rats. Let's go cats then. I'll turn myself into a cat.
The torch to help you see.
I can't fly yet. That's the one thing for me.
Besides, it's mostly Aylar's fault.
Yeah, I'll do the climbing because it's the 30 feet.
Cool. All
Because
right.
Aylar gave me the gems I need.
So I'll do that. So is that a perception or an investigation?
Either or, whichever you want to do. Use your own stats because these are mental stats, and you are a druid. Okay.
Okay, cool. Helps a lot. Well, with perception, that's a +9. I'll do that. So that'll be a 21.
Okay. Well, you see there's about 6 different platforms that seem a little bit larger. Something you would call a platform and not just like a ledge that you could grab onto. And as you kind of go around to these, most of them are just kind of covered with dust and a few rocks. But the 2 highest ones, one of them you actually find there's a small skull that looks like the face has been chewed on by teeth, well, bigger than yours, but small enough that they didn't simply crush the skull. And on the other side, the highest platform, you see there's just a couple of small like bags. Like it looks like maybe someone or something had stashed some stuff up here and either forgot about it or expects to come back sometime. But this looks like it's been here not as long as the nest, but still at least a month, if not 2.
Okay. Well, I screech as a cat does, and then I do what I see cats do sometimes with water glasses. I just kind of push the bags off the
Yep.
platform.
So you all hear a cat screaming from like 45 feet above you, and it echoes off of the walls in kind of an eerie way. Um, it also just sounds kind of crotchety. And as you all kind of look up, you just see pop, 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 poof, and just two bags just go flying off the side. One looks like the size of a backpack, and the other looks like the size of like a side pouch.
On the off chance there's anything breakable in there, can I try to catch one or both of those?
Do you want to go for the side pouch or the backpack?
Oh.
Whichever one he doesn't go for, I'll go for the other because I'm providing light for the cat. So
You're
I'm there.
stronger than me. I'm gonna go for the side pouch.
All right.
I have like -1 strength. Could I catch a backpack? Maybe.
All right, go ahead and we'll make it an acrobatics check. We'll make it an acrobatics check for both of you.
Okay.
That is going to be a 17 to grab a pouch out of the air.
All right, so Alar kind of like dives left field, like catches this, and then tucks and curls and rolls into a pile of bones.
Nice.
Alar, you can feel there's something round in this, and it's got weight to it. What was your roll, Callie?
16 plus 6, 22.
So with the 22, Callie just goes running and sticks an arm up. You can't see me, but whatever. Sticks an arm up, and as that arm goes up, actually catches the backpack, and as she's running, just slides an arm through and is just wearing the backpack now.
Yeah.
And you can feel the backpack's got some heft to it. Like the material itself is fairly heavy. Decently made. Yeah, it's a good backpack.
Well, once I open it up, I might switch my stuff if it's better than mine. Weather
Right.
resistant.
It does seem to be weather resistant. It seems like a nicer bag of a style that some of the better paid and better politically positioned mud skippers like to use. You got one of those like fancy leather bags that's like actually useful, but also people for some reason charge like $2,000 for them. So anyway, yeah. But Alar, you open yours, and there's a small, seems perfectly round ball in it. It looks like it's maybe made of glass or a semi-clear like precious stone. Unsure.
Okay.
Callie, you open the top to see what's in here, and you just see blackness.
Uh-oh.
Yay!
Huh. Do I know about what this could be, or am I just perplexed?
Probably perplexed, if I'm being honest. I don't think this is something Callie is super familiar with.
At this point, I've sorry,
me the
Kelly.
Catch
No,
it?
I've climbed down. I'm just at your feet, and my tail is just twitching.
Oh. Mom, and I kind of like move my boots like so I don't step on the cat. Mama, I think this bag is like broken, and I like flip it, and I'm like shaking it.
So you flip it over and shake it. Mama, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
With the cat stats or with mine?
With the cat's dex.
Oh, thank God. Because mine not so much.
Heavy, but it's not heavy enough.
Let's see. Dex +2. Thank God. 18.
So you dive out of the way just as the tip of a spear comes out of this bag. Falling down around it, also, there's a smashing sound as a potion hits the ground. You can see it has a fine crystal vial, looks to be much larger than the ones that you typically carry. And you see two more potions go tumbling out, but I'll let you make a reflex saving throw. Reflex dexterity saving throw, Callie, if you want to try and catch one of the 2 potions still falling.
Yeah. Please. Oh, no.
Say, I want to dive out of the way to catch this thing. Now I'm going to dump it on the ground. Just way to prove.
If I've come back over with my ball, can I try to catch the other potion? Or am I not close enough?
No, I don't think you're close enough. This is all happening like
18 plus 9, 27.
with a 27, you do manage to catch one of the potions. There is a blue potion and a green potion. Which one are you trying to catch? Both look highly decorative.
Oh, team. What do you think? Blue or green?
No time for
Okay,
consulting.
Evens blue. It's even, so blue.
Could I try to catch the other one? I have a shitty dex, but it's better than nothing.
Nope.
Sorry, Callie didn't know.
And a small necklace with a single gem on it also comes tumbling out towards the end.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I might know what this bag is?
Go for it.
If 16?
16. Looking at it, I mean, you have figured out that this bag has some sort of enchantment on it. It's obviously capable of holding more than would typically fit in the bag. That's what you got.
Cool. I will share that with the party.
You do note, Callie, that you're going through the main pouch, but there are actually several side pouches on this bag as well.
Oh.
Out of curiosity, because I can't remember. Derek doesn't have Identify, or no? Derek does have Identify, right?
Yes.
Yeah, are you kidding?
It's been a while. Sorry.
Work orders.
Yeah.
True. So, I mean, if we're actually taking a rest, we could try to identify some of this stuff.
Well, we're taking a long rest. That's what we're stopping, right?
Yeah.
Callie, this is like maybe the first time you've seen her blush with embarrassment. She dumped the bag out and all this stuff broke. So she just like very carefully sets it down and then sits down to like try to like gently look in the side pouch. I'm like, I'm so sorry. It looked empty, but it was heavy and I didn't know.
Mama cleans her whiskers and turns back into herself, and then she finds like a little brush and a dustpan in her bag. She's just like,
And Callie, as you caught this potion that was glowing blue, and as you pull it in closer and you look at it, it doesn't look so much like it has a liquid in it as there's just mist, this blue, faintly glowing mist that wafts within it.
It was very pretty. Hopefully we can figure it out and it's useful. Shoot.
oh, well, I'm glad I could turn into a cat. That was rather enjoyable.
It, potentially lucrative. Thank you, Mama.
Oh, there was a skull up there. It had tooth marks on it. Not from something so big that it could have crushed the skull, but bigger than we are.
Hmm.
It was a little disconcerting. Wonder how those bags got up there, though, unless they can turn into a cat, too. But then they have to carry the bags.
Well, mountain climb,
I mean,
possibly?
yeah, I've also heard of some magic that allows you to fly and set things potentially if they had mage.
Fair enough.
So, if there was things in the main pouch and I've turned it upside down and it came out, do you think the same for the side pouches?
If you want to give it a try, I can try to get a bunch of like cloaks and stuff together. We could make like padding before trying to empty it out.
Let's just take things out one at a time.
Try that too.
Well, I don't know
I'm
if
a
you
mama.
can. I don't.
Well,
Like one pouch at a time, for sure.
We'll see.
Right.
But that's what I get for being in cat form and not, letting myself speak. as I have wont to do.
Hmm.
But thank you for understanding my yowling before I sent it toppling off that platform.
Not a problem. We were in the right place at the right time.
All right. So you open up one of the other pouches. Do you like reach in, or what do you?
Well, if I can reach in and pull something out, I'll try. But I figured if I put it in, like, what are you gonna? Not knowing, I don't know if it works. Like, I don't know how this works. Basically, I know dumping it out gets something, but I wouldn't dump it out from 6 feet up. I'd sit down and like gingerly empty it, as opposed to.
I mean, I don't know why Callie would know any of that.
Well, because I opened the pouch standing up and stuff fell out and smashed. So I'm
Oh,
figuring
oh,
if there's
okay.
more
I'm
stuff to
sorry.
fall
I'm
out.
sorry. Like why Callie knows that they can't reach in, or that they like have to dump it out.
Well, no, I would try, but I don't know if it's gonna do anything. is what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
like reach in, and it feels like the pouch is kind of like the normal depth, and it feels empty when you reach in.
Like scoop, 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 scoop through all of them. Nothing. Then yeah, I guess we could try the pouches one at a time. How many pouches are there? Side pouches?
That's a great question. Give me one moment.
Sure. Yeah. So in this time, Alar and Callie will make some sort of safe item landing zone. Prepare to carefully open and catch.
Would my 16 have netted me anything about like how to put in or take items out of this, or do I just know it basically holds things?
You know it basically holds things. You would either need much more familiarity, a higher roll with it, or you would need to cast a spell to glean more of it.
Cool.
While we're prepping, Derek,
Two side pouches, by the way.
while we're
Okay, cool.
prepping a landing site, Derek, would you be able to take a look?
I mean, I've kind of got my own thing going.
Oh, you're right. You're doing your thing. Sorry.
I need
forgot.
a full minute.
Yeah,
but
I forgot you were working on that. Sorry.
if you give me the 10 minutes afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
I also don't have a great frame reference for how long things are taking.
No worries. If I like,
Yeah, your minute is up, Derek. By the way.
Neat.
nice.
Then yes, I can ritually cast Identify.
If I take the ball that came out of the pouch, there's nothing else in the pouch, right?
There's nothing else in the pouch. It is velvety on the inside, and there is just a fine, perfect sphere that you're holding.
Okay. If I shake it, is there anything in it,
Sorry.
or is it just like? I mean, come on! Like, what else am I gonna do with it? I don't know
I
magic.
shake it.
I cast Detect Magic. What is it with y'all and throwing things
I wasn't
around?
throwing it. I was
Lord.
Put it
shaking
in
it.
a line. Fill out the appropriate form.
I was trying to see if there was a liquid in there or what was up. That's all.
Yeah, it just seems like a glass ball,
If I cast Detect Magic.
somewhat opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you cast Detect Magic, it's definitely magic. It appears to have some light evocation magic on it.
Interesting.
Well, it's magic, and I imagine that bag's glowing too.
It is. It's got some transmutation, some pretty strong transmutation magic on it.
I share that with the party.
Excuse me, conjuration. I remember my schools. Conjuration.
Oh,
Cool.
conjuration.
They used to actually tell me what it would glow with, in a past age.
Yeah.
All right, weird.
Strange camping site.
I like it.
You would. We sit here for the next 10 minutes.
Yep. So
yes, yeah, he's
yeah.
testing it.
So Callie, as you dump out the two side pouches, one of them appears to have two regular healing potions in it. As best you can tell, they look to be a similar make and style of the ones that you have. And the other one has a letter with the seal of the family Dorello.
Hey, you know those guys.
Hmm.
And those of you who are familiar with trafficking letters, messages, missives, and such, so primarily Callie and Alar, and actually Tosha, you saw one of these recently. When the seal is, you can see the seal has a small enchantment on it. If the seal is broken, presumably the person who created it will know that it's been opened and will have a sense of who has done it.
Can you see, what was the name of the family again? Sorry.
Dorello.
Dorello. Okay. Nate.
Colin.
Small question. Quick question?
No. For this, I would assume, considering what I do, that I would be aware of these kinds of seals, or at least like like the officialness of them, like what this kind of thing is meant to do.
You know that this seal is, I mean, it's used for official missives.
Yeah.
The route that this appears to have been left on doesn't feel very official.
Sure.
But it's also used by other folks maybe working on less official work who want to keep tabs on the information.
Exactly. My
Yes.
question is, if I'm familiar enough with these, does it happen when the seal from like the wax or whatever to the letter is broken, or does it happen when the letter is opened?
It
Because
is.
if you can very carefully like cut the bottom of the letter or something to like get the letter out without opening it.
So you do know that it happens when the, like, it is an enchantment placed upon the letter, and the symbol of the enchantment is the seal.
Okay, gotcha. There's no sneaky way to do this, basically. Okay, cool.
No, you got caught checking like changes of the guard, because like there's like a lot of basic official stuff that gets transported this way, and you were like, hey, let me just crack this open, and you totally got caught.
Okay. All right, good to know. Okay. I'm gonna keep thinking, see if there's a way to get around this.
Yeah.
But otherwise we can open it. I mean, come on, how many felonies are we in at this point?
This party doesn't have a wizard, so you don't have like somebody who can kind of do that sort of stuff or figure that out easily.
Does anyone here have Dispel Magic? I just honestly don't remember.
I do.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Wait, do I? Wait, that might be a different character.
I think you don't have it prepped today, but you have access to it.
It's a good thing we're gonna sleep at some point.
No, I got it prepped.
Oh shit!
Out of curiosity, if this was dispelled, would they be aware, or is it only if it's opened? I'm just curious, like how that info gets back and forth, kind of thing.
That you're not sure about.
Okay.
That would take more deep arcane knowledge than anything. All right. So what was the first thing being identified?
What do you want first, Colin?
I think it was the backpack, right?
Yeah.
Packo.
So the backpack was developed by a mage named Heward, and it is referred to as a handy haversack.
Yay!
Hey! Cool. Never had one of those.
You still don't, because I'm giving it to the guy with all the stuff.
Heward's skeletal hand still connected to the haversack. His skull up where Mama found it.
All right, next.
Derek,
Blue.
would you be up to identifying everything, or?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
All right, I'm just going to give this all to you. So the globe is a drift globe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is.
Globes are cool. It would have been helpful for the cat exploring.
There is a necklace of adaptation.
Ooh.
A potion of gaseous form.
Is that the blue one?
That's the blue one.
Okay.
You already know there's 2 plain potions. If you want to check them, they're definitely just plain potions. And the spear is a glamoured spear. So it can be changed to look like any other spear. but it is otherwise fairly mundane. It has a magical enchantment on it, but that enchantment is this glamour rather than striking particularly well.
Derek,
What?
heist. We have the perfect copy. We know there's a cool spear that you were interested in. We make the switch.
I don't think that's the. I mean, it's a family heirloom.
I didn't say it was a good idea, but it would be fun.
Oh, that spear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure this will come in handy
has
otherwise,
been-
but
Enough has been taken from her. Do we really
That's
also need to take her family spear, which she uses in her role each day?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay, all right.
Y'all are worse than my kids.
Hey, I didn't agree to shit. Also, Alar,
Yes.
meet Frederick, and the skeleton has hands for feet and feet for hands.
Yeah,
So
as Derek says, meet Frederick for the first time because everybody's been really busy. Like what is this? And I assume Derek just had Frederick like keeping an eye out while he was doing the.
Just sit down, yeah.
Yep. And so everybody finally looks up and sees, yes, this skeletal elf in rotten armor holding a weapon, holding a rusty scimitar jammed in between the metatarsals of the foot that is its functioning as its hand, and walking much like the dwarven-like creature you saw before on its hands at the bottom of its legs. Just standing at attention as best as a creature with feet for hands and hands for feet can do.
Boogity, 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 boogity. I tried
You know-
scare Colin.
I have a lot of questions about the why of you doing things, but I have to admit your aesthetic sense is really on point.
While you're looking over this skeleton that Derek has risen, and you can see there's a green fire that burns in the back of the eyes. The jaw sits slightly askew, and you can see where it looks like there's nothing to attach. There is a spectral chain that connects the one side of the jaw to the face, as though missing pieces have been replaced. And you realize this is happening all over the body. There are parts where there's like spectral metal that's been slapped on and kind of riveted to like hold some of the pieces of the skeleton together. And where there's just like floating bones, you see these like chains and gears kind of appear to be making this thing move.
Nice.
I call it improv.
And as you're admiring
Right,
Derek's
sounds-
handiwork, you hear a deep, loud screech. Maybe a few 100 feet from where you're at. This sounds larger than the wolves that you had heard howling. This sounds larger than the manticore that you heard. And it is nearby. And we'll see what happens next time, because that's where we're going to pause for tonight. So,
Frederick, fetch.
I know next week, not everybody can make it, and actually Jamie and I were thinking of taking a weekend off anyway, and while we did take last weekend off, it wasn't planned, so it makes it hard to, like, plan to do things. So we're actually going to be taking next week on the 12th off. We'll check back in with, like, a more formal schedule soon. So, great, good talk. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you guys for not dying. Because frankly, that second encounter would have been a lot harder if one of you had died to maggots in the first encounter.
Yeah.
Uh,
ugh,
Anyway,
blah.
happy Sunday night. Looking forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks. Peace. You can't
Bye.
see me waving. Yep. All right.
Everybody, do the Nate.
Okay, and we're clear. I think my GoPro is actually overheated, is what happened.
Oh.
It's like I reached up to touch it, and it's like burning hot.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, something probably went there.
I
I'm so glad we just stopped.
am very happy with this hoodie. They're very comfy. Thank you, Molly.
Yes, thank you, Molly. I
never
was
mind, too.
supposed to be wearing mine, and then I I took it off to eat a red sauced like food before we started, and then I forgot to put it back on.
Well, I'm glad you like it. It's as nerdy as I could and detailed as I could get it.
It's nice.
Also, the potion in the middle is bog water.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
And these are Derek's memos in triplicate.
Aww.
And that's for Tosha.
That's all of those identify castings.
Yeah.
I like it.
Books and
It's
stuff.
really nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
It was fun.
awesome.
And now Derek has a subcontractor.
You
Yeah,
oh,
wow.
you ruined my bit.
Oh no.
I've got an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're still online.
Nope.